So,
Sounds good.
awesome. Again, thanks for coming on. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. I know, like, it. It's just been. I haven't had a Rochester guy on since Tim,
Yeah.
and but again, it's like I try to plan these out in advance so far, and it's like then I forget about people, and like I got like I think I have you, and I got one of my locals, and then I have not figured out who I'm doing it after that. So, but which kind of works in because like the last two people have been content creators, you know, like Andrew was one, a big one, and Tam was one. Obviously, Tam is still one, and and then you came to mind about casting because off and on over the year you've casted a lot, and I want people may be interested in it, like how they get into it and all that stuff. So I think that was a good segue into like the Take 10 is to figure that out, right? Like,
Yeah.
um, but I guess like let me see here. Let me refresh my Twitch and see maybe we got some people watching already or whatnot. It don't matter, whatever. Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna kick you out. Come on.
we love it.
Like, nope.
Rebby,
I wanna be front and center. Like, no, we don't get to do that.
Rebby was that happened to Rebby last week. Her cat was attacking her a bit, so it was very funny. So, but yeah, so I guess we just get started. I guess and thanks for everyone showing up tonight. We got Jesse Cervini tonight on the podcast slash Take 10. Old friend of mine. We're two old heads yelling at the wind, shaking our fists in the air every time we get. I wanted Jesse on this week because I had Tam with the podcasting and I had Andrew on as a former podcaster, but we never had really anybody on with like like Tam. I had him on for like his content on YouTube and stuff, but like
Yeah.
you're a caster primarily,
Yes.
so I wanted to get your thoughts on the whole experience. But first, we got a lot of news that happened this week. Guilty Gear started previews.
Oh yeah.
What so far has anything tripped your trigger? Like anything exciting
Uh,
out of these previews so far?
Bay.
Oh yeah.
The
Okay.
idea that character, I always said at some point the design will make a character that's just like choose a type of attack and just play as many as you want. And I'm
Sure.
like, I am very surprised for the first time. It's like, hey, like not the her common attack gets that stat.
Mhm.
No, you just choose an ally attack and
Mm.
just like I made a joke to Sean O'Brien. I'm like, man, the secondary market might get really spicy. When you need 8x of an ally ultra rare random.
Yeah, for sure. What like Black Abyss comes to mind.
Yep.
Just think if we were back in the back alley Birdmaker days, the old what was it? What was the Coda attack called? Pigeon Flock. Yeah, just think the old Pigeon Flock attacks. You know, oh wow, like that. I think the one, what is it? They showed a Jacko card that was like a 3/3. If there's another ally in play, you draw a card or something like that. So like you get to play 8 cantrips. There's a lot of decks that scream for that, you know? Like it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's super cool. Like I like that design space that they're looking to like not like they're trying out different things, right? Like
Yeah.
because we've had a couple
You could definitely see that there's different design aspects we're looking at here with products,
Mhm.
and I'm happy to see the Guilty Gear one is definitely the hey, we're gonna do some experimental stuff with this. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I like seeing that.
I'm hoping we get Eno because that's my favorite Guilty Gear character. But as of right now, out of who's revealed, who's Mike's, I think May. I think you hit it on the head. I think May is probably my most excited outside of anything that hasn't been revealed yet. So, other than that, like we have the Bridget Infinite that's happening that everyone knows about. The either stuff your card pool infinite or you're just gonna die to ray fillets over and over again or fillet fling. Don't know if that's gonna hold up post day one erratas, but who knows, right?
We'll find out.
I
mean, I never say never sometimes with that stuff because it could just exist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm holding out for Faust.
Okay.
I like my Bagman.
Okay, the Bagman. Hell yeah.
He's not. I don't like his current iteration in Stride.
Okay.
But I like his previous iterations where he's more like kind of like the really creepy dude with a giant scalpel. It's like he's kind of like his characters, because he's been like a constant in Guilty Gear
Okay.
for,
Okay.
like as long as I've been playing it. So
Sure. Sure.
I'm hoping something cool comes out with him, or like at least gets like an attack, like his one of his signature attacks gets gets in there.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with that as well.
Because he was on one of the cards in the article, right? Like the
Yes.
one where it's based on what you check. You get like a choose your own adventure type thing based on what you check.
Yep.
So that's super cool. Like I always thought like he was neat when I'd watch like previous iterations of Guilty Gear. Because I've only played Strive for maybe like a half an hour, but I've watched a whole lot of Guilty Gear in the past, and he always seemed like one of those trap guys where he had like the thing, he would throw like the things out there and like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with a sandwich or something, you know. And it'd be super sick if they had some of that stuff. That'd be really neat and spicy to have. I know there was one. I think Kai just got revealed less than like 10-20 minutes ago, I think, on Instagram.
Haven't even seen.
Yeah, he's on Instagram. I had to look in one of the discords because I'm not an Instagrammer, so you know, but I'm just old man, don't use technology very well, so you know.
I'm probably not following the person who released it, and I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
So.
Also
we'll see.
Also with that, like it's kind of nice to see the ultra rares being normal symbols again. I like that. I think that's a big design move forward that I like that a lot because it gives those symbols some identity other than I'm just going to splash them in every deck like the Attack on Titan ones, but each his own.
I'm liking I am very for the design system of your commons and uncommons being a 2.
Okay.
And then the higher rarity stuff, and like some rares, but not all rares, are have that defined symbols.
Mm-hmm.
As if it really is like a 2 to define. I don't know, like there's kind of like that version. Like I like the idea of like critical role.
Yeah.
Critical role design.
Yeah.
Deck, like I'm not saying as a set, but I'm saying as the standard bearer of how you present a set going forward.
Sure.
I expected Critical Role was going to be that.
Okay.
Forward. Like,
Okay.
Hey, and maybe we're going to get to that at some point.
Yeah.
We're still balancing the sheets, as they say.
Yeah. True. Because like even with we haven't seen everything yet, but we have seen attuned in the lower regions of like the rarities, I should say, and then the upper rarities have so far. Hey, Lenoco, he's got a Twitch ad for Lunchables. Hey, man, it's September still. Hit that Prime, 30% off until like the end of the tomorrow. Yeah. So I think that's something I also like the Blitzbox idea too, the smaller set, and yeah, you gonna go get a Lunchable pizza now? That's the worst one, man. I like the smaller set size. I don't know if I like I don't know. Like I think we harken back from an older day where we had like 109 cards in a set. We had an 89 card set, right? And it was just like
you have to understand. Like we'll talk about this later on, but I've been playing the game since the beginning. So these are pretty much the booster boxes of old.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like they were little. The original booster boxes for this game were literally standing boxes that were like this big by this big, and I think they were 20 packs.
Okay.
I remember, like they were a smaller pack amount.
Sure.
But, like this is 2006. This is almost 20 years. This is 20 years ago. It's like 2006. You're like, Man, I sound like an old man yelling.
Oh man, that's all good. No, you don't worry about it because if this is if there's one podcast to do that on, it's definitely tonight because, we're two old heads just talking it out. So kind of moving forward off of that. Speaking of like newer products, they did release late last week on Friday their S-Class Hunter bundles. For solo leveling, they led earlier in the week with like a screenshot of like 4 hunters obscured, and people took the white off of it. They like were doing deep dives, like people were, detective working it, and ended up being 4 playmats and then 4 characters associated with those playmats. And in the article, it stated that it was a playmat first type product. The cards were just kind of tossed in. And it ended up, lo and behold, no matter how you feel about it, they end up being mostly reprint characters. I say mostly because one got an errata and two are missing keywords, and one gained and the other one of those ones that are missing keywords gained 2 extra health. So
Yeah, we don't
you
know
know,
what's going.
yeah.
I'm gonna be very careful with my
Oh,
words.
good. Yeah, I know. I know.
I
I know.
have. I think this is the idea is there
Correct.
for this to work.
Yes.
I think how they executed it
Okay.
was a little questionable, especially kind of shadow dropping this on a Friday. And
Sure.
just like letting it.
Yeah.
There's a saying I've learned from being in management.
Okay.
Never drop questionable or bad news on a Friday.
Yeah.
Because it just simmers all weekend.
Sure.
And then you have to deal with it on Monday.
Correct.
Drop it on a Monday when people could actually talk about it and want to talk about
Correct.
it.
Like because they call these the experience bundles, and they had done one previously for Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves, and that was playmat. It was T-shirts with a retro character card, which is weird because officially UVS Games does not support the retro format. I guess they kind of do now.
I mean,
right? Because
they said, hey, this character's now legal in retro.
That's true. So I guess
when that Rock Howard promo shows
so I guess
so,
right?
Legal,
so I guess like they do support retro, but like they haven't ran an official event for it since the Sunset one back in the day, right?
They've run they've run retro events that are run by UVS. Like they haven't run we had like the day one nationals in Texas.
Correct. That's what I was talking about.
But now we're obviously we're the unquiet secret of I'm a part of like the committee for Rochester.
And
like we're trying to bring this format forward. And like they're giving us a lot of leeway with it.
That's
like,
cool.
Hey, you can send the ban list out the door. You can make a suspension list, and we're every once in a while we look at a card and we're like, let's take a card off, see what happens, or let's do this and see what happens. And like we did the suspension list, and some people thought the sky was gonna fall. We're like, oh, you took all these amazing characters off the list. I'm like, they're not that good anymore. You can't attack on one anymore.
Correct.
Mature is not that good. He's fun, but she's not that good.
Correct. And I think that's something that's really cool. That just kind of dovetailing off of that is like the Rochester retro format has, like, for the lack of a better word, kind of exploded. Like not as like everyone in the world's playing it, but like it had this core couple hundred players, because we had like 90 people at the last Worlds play Rochester Retro. We've had multiple 50+ events at the regionals. My local store, we run every month now. We run a Rochester Retro event, and everyone loves it because it's like, even if you don't own pre-MHA1 cards, you could still compete with your standard deck, right?
You don't need much.
Correct.
The whole idea of the format is you're able to, if you show up to an event, you could play in the objective is as much as possible, unless there is something really game breaking. We try to keep the standard ban list on par.
Correct.
For the most part. And with that, it allows the format to be more open. Like some people want to play with their old stuff, but you know what? Sometimes the old stuff just doesn't step up to what's out now. You're like,
Yeah, like because in Louisville, I played in the Friday retro event, standard on Saturday, and then the premier event on Sunday, and I had fun in standard. But I had such a blast on Friday and Sunday playing Air Taki because she's the greatest deck in the world and no one plays her except for me and like Colby Cram, and so it's like it was like some of the most fun games of UVS I've had in a long time, just because it just felt different, right? Like there's a different flow to the game, maybe because there's reversals and maybe because there's just more tech you can do. There's more ways to interrupt your opponent's turn, but it just has like a different feel to the Rochester Retro like game flow, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get it. And it's been a lot of like, there's some people who are just building like are on the. I have a pet deck for that format. That's the idea. I think the other idea of that format is the idea is to help people build a pet deck for it.
Sure.
And just keep evolving it.
Yeah.
So that's like, once you have the deck built, you're like, hey, I have my one deck and I show up to the event, I have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. It's all put together. Sometimes you need a couple of different cards to swap in and out.
Yeah.
You feel different about some stuff, but that's where the objective of that for. It's like what Legacy for Magic used to be, where
Okay.
it's like, I have my Legacy deck. I only play this one Legacy deck. Okay, then maybe I'll get a second one eventually. But
Yeah.
it's like you're spending all the time fine tuning that singular.
Sure. Yeah.
There's some people like that Zoslamel deck.
Yeah.
The Louisville event. That was nuts. I'm like,
yeah.
Zoslamel.
Yeah. That deck was a blast to fight because we were both doing the same thing, trying to kill. Well, technically, he was doing Withering Toxin things, and I was just trying to kill people on their turn. So, because it's just the way it goes. But like back to the original point was like these experience bundles, or lack of a better term, they're like Magic Secret Layers. They are there to create like a different style of product, right? Like we don't. Yeah. We've wanted T-shirts in the past. We've wanted more playmats, but again, they are a card company, so they are going to put out promos or, My only thing about the solo leveling things is I wish they would have picked characters that had from MHA 1 through 6 that were going to either rotate or already had rotated to like, because they've had their time in standards, not just characters that have been out like, come on, Ryu came out 2 months ago.
So here's my logic to why they couldn't do that.
Sure.
Is because if we're gonna do the mirror, like you pretty much are mirroring all the abilities and all the things. The problem is all the MHA characters have traits to them.
Oh, that's true.
And that's a little bit of that's the thing. If yours are supposed to be mirrored 1-to-1.
Oh yeah.
But
okay.
I don't know. We're gonna see how these get printed.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see what happens, and because like one of them's is a mirror of Levi, and doesn't have Survey Core.
But she has 2 more health though, so that I don't. So my point on her is, I don't think 2 health breaks her, but I do think she's still good. Like Survey Core is obviously a thing that you can do. There's a trait system or whatever, but I think that like seeing after Bridget had Hunter on her. In Brodenkainen's, I wish they all would have had Hunter on them. But I get it if they were going to be like a 1-to-1 thing. You don't want to add Hunter because, X, Y, and Z, because then they wouldn't be mechanically unique and all that stuff. But I don't know, like, I'm still going to pick up the Sung Jin Woo one because it's going to have, I assume, new cards, right? Because it's a 1 of 6.
Yeah, it's a 1 of 6. It has a reference to a new skill tree.
Which, correct, yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping that it means we're gonna. I'm hoping for like a bundle.
Yeah.
And it'll be like him. Like there'll be 2 options. There'll be the bundle just for him, and there's a bundle with him in the playmat.
Okay. Yeah.
Because especially if there's a mechanically unique card there, I kind of want to get myself.
Yeah. Sure.
Like I enjoy that arc of season 2
okay.
of solo leveling.
Okay.
So I like the it's more in the manga though, where like the infighting of the summons.
Okay. Okay.
Spoiler.
No, it's fine. I haven't seen season 2. I've only seen up to the end of season 1, but I'm not on plan on watching it for a while.
They in the manga they're very
they bicker.
They're all standing around. They're like kind of agreeing with each other.
Okay.
I like the idea of that.
I'm hoping there's
something here.
I'm kind of hoping there's a backup, because I know he becomes like a necromancer, so I'm hoping there's a backup. But what I really hope is that if the bundle comes with 1 of each card, and if there's only 1 backup, a non-foil version shows up on the shop 3 or 4 months down the road, or whatnot. Or maybe that's why you proposed, like there's a bundle with just his cards, and then a bundle with the mat and the cards. Yeah. So you could spend X amount and get a play set of it or whatnot. But I am in I bought the T-shirt. I immediately bought my Fatal Fury shirt. I was like, boom, done. And like this one, sure, yeah, I'm probably gonna get the Sung Jin Woo one because there's new cards, but like I don't
wait to see it.
Yeah, I gotta see it first. But like I don't hate this product. I just don't like the way I don't like the way they're reskinning characters, but then changing certain things on some of them. So that's my only gripe about it, So
yeah, it's like I said, I consider it an experiment.
Yeah.
First and foremost,
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we're in a diversity format where it's like, oh, if Ryu's really good, I could possibly play this other dude who is now the different name. So technically, I'm not in a diversity battle with.
Yeah, exactly.
I could make a joke about it. Other older card games that had diversity rules along with ours. They
Okay.
had the same system.
Oh,
the same
really?
issue.
Okay. Okay.
The old WWE card game. They had the
Oh.
Undertaker.
Okay.
And they had the Dead Man. They're the same ability.
Yeah.
Same stats.
Uh-huh.
But because one's the Undertaker, one's the Dead Man, you could play both, and they were both considered separate characters.
Was that Raw Deal?
You have Raw Deal.
Raw Deal did that? Really? I didn't know that. That's wild.
It was because they didn't want to use the Undertaker trademark at a point because of like they were kind of like rotating him away from like being like the Undertaker to the American Badass.
Okay.
Because
okay.
they were kind of in that weird spot, so they didn't want to make a new character yet.
Okay.
So it was how they did it.
All right. Speaking of WWE crossovers, I just saw a thing on YouTube where Alexa Bliss is going to be in a Call of Duty mobile game. You can play as her, and she has her weapons. Yeah, I was like, that's wild. You almost got me to play it. You almost got me. You almost got me. Almost got me. But moving forward, we have a regional coming up this weekend. As of recording, it would be as of this. If you watch you can't miss it. It is tomorrow because I usually do this. I usually release these VODs on Friday, so it is this weekend. I will not be there. Sadness, it is my wedding anniversary, so I cannot leave my house. I'm cool with that.
That's valid.
It's valid.
That's a valid excuse.
But Jesse's going to be commentating. He let me know,
Yep.
and I'm very excited. What are you looking forward to? Like, are you looking forward to like a certain deck like popping off, or you just look? What are you looking forward to over the weekend?
For that weekend, I'm looking forward to actually just do an in-person commentary. Personally, okay. I'm not a in-person commentator very often.
Okay.
I'm mostly doing the EU, the OCE
okay.
events.
Sure.
So this is like one of the rare opportunities I'm in person. I usually only do like the big. So it's kind of interesting. I think I'm doing this weekend with Bear Bryant and Bromley.
Oh, what? Really? Oh, cool. Okay.
And we're gonna be working and we got some cool things planned.
Okay.
We got the TAMs coming in for production.
Oh.
So we got some. We got some different. Just wait. It's gonna be.
Okay.
I think we're expanding on the Louisville. What we did.
Okay.
The Louisville production.
Yeah.
I think that's getting expanded on this weekend.
Okay.
So
okay.
expect some quality. And we also a buddy of mine, Mohawk Mike, is going to be
really?
running the stream this weekend.
Oh, that's cool. Man, I haven't seen Mike in forever.
Yeah.
I knew he was still doing stuff. I didn't know. Wow, that's crazy.
He does a lot of Pokemon.
Okay. Okay.
He was working for. He just posted a thing on his Facebook page. I always like hearing what he did.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Mexico last week promoting. They were doing like a Pokemon wrestling crossover, and he got to be a part of that whole thing, doing the production for that.
That's rad.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can't wait to talk to him about it.
Some Pokemon Lucha Libres? That's dope.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, I watched the whole show.
Okay.
It was really cool.
Okay. Awesome. So with the commentary stuff, like, now are you like expecting certain? What's your deck to look out for this weekend? Like, obviously, there's a lot of heavy hitters, but this weekend specifically, what's the one deck that if you were prepping for Atlanta that you would be? This is numero uno bad guy.
There's 3 decks. Like,
Sure.
I'm in like I always try to think of this every format. I think there's the one archetype is the MMM decks.
Yes.
The equipment heist. Let's get the Mutant Machine Mayhem
Yeah.
on the board. There's that whole archetype.
Sure.
That has become just everywhere.
Yeah.
Then there's what I like to call the King of the Monsters archetype, which is the Rodans and the Godzilla.
Yeah.
So it's like, and because I can't really tier anything. That's like how I think about it.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
Godzilla's a menace.
Yeah.
He's a straightforward deck, but man, he's good. Like,
Yeah.
he's just like, when a deck goes, I play my ABCs.
Mm-hmm.
My deck does exactly what I expect it to do.
Yep.
If you don't interrupt me, I just win.
Correct.
And the deck just hits like a truck.
Yes.
Like, every attack's 9 damage minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rodan just lives for days.
Correct.
Like, that's all I say about it.
Yeah.
And then on the other corner, is the backup decks.
Yeah.
It's the Zeke, it's the War Chiefs and the Hans.
Yep.
Always like those are the other, and then like those are like the main tier. If you
Yeah.
don't plan for have a way to deal with those decks,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like there's that other like you're getting the, like that lower like the lower like what they call the peak Universus tier.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like to refer to it as. It's
Okay.
like, if you're in that tier, you got to have an answer for all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's Tony, there's
Yep.
Peak, there's so many other
There's
things.
Deku.
Midoriya.
Yeah, it's
There's
just crazy. It's crazy.
Like this, people hate this format, but there are so many good decks in this format.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I love it. I actually think this format has evolved a lot more than people expected it.
Sure.
I actually think the Michigan. Well, after seeing how the people, the whole team from Michigan and Toronto came with decks, all this different stuff, and I was just like,
Okay.
there's a lot of different options out there.
Yeah. Like I was talking to some guys at locals, and we were. I think we went like almost 10 decks deep that could win an event like that are that good, right? Like, it's crazy how. I know my teammate Zach's gonna kill me on this one, but like the format up top, I'm stealing his words word for word. The format up top is super like that. You do your ABCs, you expect to win, but there's like 10 decks that do that.
Yeah.
So the format's actually really wide open. The issue is the gap between those decks and the decks right underneath it, I think, are a little bigger than what we want it to be. We want it to be a little closer. Sure, we know there's going to be great decks, but we want the decks in the next layer to be a little closer than it really is. And I think that's the issue a lot of the community may have. Maybe?
Yeah, I think like when you're looking, especially when you're looking at like a top 16 breakout, I expect like right now the event's at 121. We need to break 129.
Yeah.
I expect we're going to see 129 for this event. So
Yeah.
we're going to see a top 16 for Sunday.
Okay.
I think that's where you're going to see that stretch of, okay, how deep do the ponies? Because some decks are really good. When you get to elimination, they just get better.
Correct.
That is always my thought. Like
Yeah.
I think like the Zeke Jaeger, the War Chief decks, they get so much better. The Han Zoe decks get so much better when they get to elimination. And then there's decks like the Godzillas, they get picked off.
Yeah.
Like I think Calvin just had the sign like that.
Yeah.
I was watching him play, and I'm just like, there's just nothing stopping this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy.
He just rolls through the Midoriya, like, and that's and everybody's like, oh, I don't want to play against Midoriya. I don't like if you're going to show up with Midoriya, you better have a way to beat that Godzilla deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you got to eat some damage.
Correct.
Like,
you need to have and that's the thing too. Is like when building a deck for an event, you can't tech for everything, right? Like our sideboards aren't big enough, so you do have to make concessions into certain decks, right? Like if I was playing Hanj, I think I make concessions into like those. I don't know what I make concessions into, but my board is to beat other backups and Midoriya, because those are the things I feel like. Even though Godzilla may be the harder matchup because it hits for 10 damage every time, so it's just hard. But yeah, it's just, you just have to make concessions in building your deck, and you just can't tech. And I think if you can beat everything with your deck, that's when the deck is a problem, right? Like
I'll give you my expectation is like this format obviously has felt very like I said, like you haven't been able to touch like because of where the events are timed. Like it's very hard for us to make a decision about a format.
Yeah,
that's
true.
the big thing right now.
Yeah.
I actually really expect we may not see a change to the format until January. They might not like throw the ban. Like I expect the ban hammer. Like if everybody's really hoping for one, I expect it'll be after It'll be January, and they'll be like, "Hey, this is gonna be the format for Worlds. You got 2 months, figure it out."
Oh, kind of like last year when they did that with like Recovery Girl and all that stuff,
that was
right?
like the 3 week. We gave us what
3 weeks? Yeah, I think so.
Like,
yeah.
Let's give people some time.
Yeah.
Let's give people time to tank. Come to Worlds with their decks.
Yeah.
Like we have that. Like we have that time frame. Let's take advantage of it.
Yeah. Another thing on top of it. Speaking of Worlds, what has been your like? I know like there's some opinions left and right on the current organized play system. Do you think that we should just get rid of the point cap for Worlds for entry, but only do a point cap for day 2? Like let anybody else who wants to come into day 1 let them play, but if you want to grind out points. I don't know if that works that way. If you give like maybe a regional winner
So-
or something.
So I could say that there's an option. There should be an option for a day 1, day 2,
Sure.
like a day 0,
Okay.
day 1, day 2.
Okay.
And I am all for day 0 grinder to get you into the main tournament.
Yeah.
There's always should be that option.
Sure.
available, I think, especially a game of our size.
Yeah.
I want to give people like you have to cap the spots.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. It's like, hey, it's like you have to hit a certain record
Okay.
for the tournament.
Yeah.
Like I hear you go to like they're like, oh, we already have 64 slots. I'm like, well, how about instead of that you have all these people with points, and then like the 100 points get you to day 1.
Yeah.
And then if you're in the day 0, you need to grind. If you have to show up, you don't have enough points.
Yeah.
You have to X2 or better, whatever the event is on day 0.
Yeah.
And then Saturday play a Swiss event, and then you're cutting to top cuts in that same like you pretty much have to play Friday, Saturday. You're the Friday, Saturday, Sunday system. Like there's a way you can do it where like you have to hit a certain. I still think the 100 points is perfectly fine. It's a way to get people out to the event.
Sure.
I understand there is like the SoCal circuit is just like
yeah, it's wild. Yeah.
like it's ridiculous how many tours they've got going.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Yeah, Jason Chat says day 1 open, 50 points for day 1 or round 2 buy for day 1, 200 points for day 2, straight invite. Yeah.
I don't like buys.
Yeah, you don't like buys. Just give them
buys are too much of a problem.
Because what was
We've had so many. Every time we have introduced a buy into our system, it has screwed somebody up so bad. Because they're like, oh, I get 2-round buy.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I have to play other person who had a buy.
Correct. Do you remember, was it Nationals? It was the first Pro Hero Nationals. I think JJ, somehow he's supposed to have like a buy or 2, and they didn't even enter him into the tournament like until like round 3.
They didn't.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a
whole weird thing where he had like 3 buys in a row or something like that. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was just messed up. So I agree with you on that one. Just do straight invites or just skip days or whatever, But yeah, I think it's been successful, the OP. I think they need to fine tune it some more, and I think that's what it is.
Like I like the idea that there's something to grind for. Like
Correct.
If you are the top 8 of NA, you get your flight, you get your travel covered.
Yeah,
that's something to strive for.
Correct.
I am all for that.
Guilty Gear Strive. I see what you did. Nice. But yeah, I agree with that because that's what I did last year. I didn't make it to a lot of regionals, but I grinded my LCs to get into Worlds, which was fun. It was actually a lot of fun to do that. So that's probably why I'm taking most of this year off, because I tried so hard last year. It does take a toll on you. So all right, so we've been at this for about a half an hour like we normally do. Let's go ahead and get into tonight's episode of Take 10. So I'm going to pause for station identification.